Magandang araw mga ka-Agribiz! Welcome po sa ating webinar at sa unang araw ng Hunyo. Halina't matuto ng mga bagong kaalaman sa larangan ng agribusiness. Ako po si Shaira Granada at ito ang Kadiwa Agribiz webinar, Talakayang Ani at Magandang Kita. Ngayong umaga ay pag-uusapan natin ang investment opportunities in garlic production and processing. Tayo po ulit ay simultaneously live streaming sa ating official Facebook and YouTube account, that's DA Agribusiness Amas, as well as our dedicated Facebook closed group, the Kadiwa Agribiz webinar. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nanonood sa atin. Maaari niyo po gamitin sa comment section ang hashtag Kadiwa Agribiz webinar at hashtag garlic production and processing para po sa episode natin today. Para po sa ating mga registrants and live viewers, ang atin pong attendance sheet ay nakapin sa ating comment section as well as naka-flash din po sa ating screen. Maaari po kayong magpatala in two ways. Gamit po yung ating QR code, isa-scan nyo po, or yung link po na nakikita nyo po sa ating screen at nakapin din po. So, moving on, without further ado, our resource person finished her bachelor's degree in agriculture at the Mariano Marcos State University. She entered the government service as a rural youth officer on November of 1981 under the Ministry of Agriculture. She became agricultural technologist due to the reorganization of the department until March 1992. Due to the devolution, she was assigned as agricultural technologist in the municipality of Sigay, Ilocos Sur from April 1992 to February 1994 and transferred as agricultural technologist in her hometown in Bacara, Ilocos Norte, where she served 25 years until she retired last November of 2020. During her stay in the local government unit of Bacara, she was designated as the Municipal Nutrition Action Officer, coordinator of the Municipal Agriculture and Fishery Council, and the Zanhera coordinator. At present, she chairs the board of directors of the Bacara Zanhera Irrigators Multi-Purpose Cooperative. Let us all welcome Ma'am Mincy Tolentino. Good morning po, and let's proceed to your presentation on the investment opportunities in garlic production and processing, Ma'am Mincy.
Ang chairman of the board of directors ng Bacara Zanhera Irrigators Multipurpose Cooperative. Ating tatalakayin sa umagang ito ay ang investment opportunities in garlic production and processing. Ano ba kasi ang bawang? O what is garlic? Garlic is otherwise known as bawang. It is one of the popular cultivated alliums. It is mainly used as condiment for flavoring meat, fish, and salads, either in fresh or dehydrated forms. It has also found to have a health-promoting attributes which have resulted in medicinal pills, drinks, powder-based, and garlic extracts. Garlic is a relatively good source of calcium, phosphorus, and potassium. Its leaves are sources of protein and of vitamins A and C. Dito kasi sa Ilocos Norte, ang leaves ng bawang ay ating kinakain. Why do we invest in garlic? The garlic industry remains a valuable sector in agriculture that provides an excellent opportunity for livelihood towards increment income that would lead the farmers to sustainability. Next po. Ang ating major garlic producing regions in the Philippines. As per survey of the Philippine Statistics Authority, the recorded production of garlic in the Philippines was 7,256 metric tons and were produced by the following regions. The first is Ilocos Norte in Region 1, which have the pie share of 62%. Region 4B, ang Occidental Mindoro, 18%. Ilocos Sur of Region 1 again, 4.02%. Nueva Ecija in Region 3, which has a share in the pie of 3.83%. Nueva Vizcaya of Region 2, 3.62%. And Batanes of Region 2 also, 3.62%. So what are the common garlic varieties in the Philippines? The common variety for commercial production is the Ilocos White. The Ilocos White has purple to white scales, moderately resistant to insect pests and diseases, and it matures 90 to 110 days after planting. It has a potential yield of 3.5 tons per hectares, and it has a prolonged life or span of shell life. Next po. The other varieties are tanbolters. The tanbolters is also a good planting material. It has cloves that are bigger than that of the Ilocos White. It has a good keeping quality and matures 105 to 120 days after planting. And the other varieties are Batanes White, Batangas White, Ilocos Pink, and the Nueva Ecija Pink. Let's talk about the market potential and the industry situation of garlic in the Philippines. When it comes to market potential for garlic, this may be attributed to the following reasons. Surveys conducted by the Philippine Statistics Authority shows that manufacturers import large quantity of processed garlic because of the lack of garlic processors in the Philippines. Secondly, in 2019, production of garlic was only 7,256 metric tons, addressing only 9% of the country's total requirement. The gap was addressed through importation. There is a yearly increase of 7.19% of this commodity. And number 4, an individual requirement for garlic is estimated to be 2.15 grams per day. Dito naman tayo sa industry situation in the Philippines. Ano naman ang mga livelihood opportunities ng garlic? In Ilocos Norte, garlic is one of the prime commodities next after rice, especially in rain-fed areas. In the whole Philippines, as a garlic importer, due to limited production, opportunity for livelihood project which is value adding is foreseen. Next po. Sa challenges naman, ito po ang pinaka-challenge sa mga farmers. Farmers lack both reliable and cost-efficient inputs such as technical assistance, mechanization services, planting materials, fertilizers, and profitable markets for their produce. So, dito sa domestic volume of production and the value of production na talakay na kanina, nasabi na ang volume of production in the entire Philippines for year 2019 is 7,256 metric tons. Yan lang po ang volume of production natin according to the survey of the Philippine Statistics Authority. Ang supply utilization, is through local markets muna. Next po. So, what are the uses, applications, and benefits of garlic? Garlic is used as condiment for flavoring. They contain compounds with potent medicinal properties that can combat sickness like common colds, reduce blood pressure, and improves cholesterol levels, which may lower the risk of heart disease. It is also highly nutritious but has few calories. So maganda po ito sa mga nag-diet. What are the products derived from garlic aside from bulbs? Dito na po tayo papasok sa processing. So garlic can be processed into garlic chips, garlic powder, garlic tablet, garlic paste, garlic pickles, garlic cloves, garlic oil, at mayroon pang isa, garlic flakes. Next po. So, ano-ano naman ang mga existing target markets natin? Ang existing markets natin as to farm level ay ang mga local traders. Dito po sa Ilocos Norte, the farmers produce will be consolidated by Bacarasan Hair Irrigators Multipurpose Cooperative and the Ilocos Norte Federated Garlic Growers. Target markets natin ay ang mga Kadiwa centers of Region 1 and the National Capital Region and the Department of Agriculture for planting materials. Sila po ang ating existing target. Another existing markets natin ay ang mga local traders, yung mga private traders natin, at ang Bacarasan Hair Irrigators Multipurpose Cooperative for Ilocos Norte. Ang target market natin, Kadiwa Centers and the Department of Agriculture for their need for planting materials. Ito naman ang mga garlic buyers and sellers natin dito sa Ilocos Norte. Ang buyer natin at ang seller natin to other regions ay si Mrs. Flora Pascua of San Nicolas, Ilocos Norte, si Mr. Rizal Velasco, Rodel Dalere, Delia Enriquez, the Ilocos Norte Federated Garlic Growers, Nestor Ramiro, and Lito Cadiz, all of Bacara, Ilocos Norte. Next. Paano natin pinapalaki ang bawang or the so-called management and cultural practices? Let's go to the land preparation. Sa Bacara, ito na lang ang ginamit kong land preparation kasi nakita namin na ito ang nagdadagdag ng harvest, nag-i-increase ng produce ng mga farmers natin. So with tillages involving plowing and harrowing twice or more at 7 days interval or less to loosen the soil and eradicate weed in the field prior to planting. So we will use a truck-mounted rotavator that can also be used 2 to 3 times in between plowing. So medyo mechanized na ang ating mga ibang garlic growers dito sa Ilocos Norte. Sa seedbed preparation naman, the preparation of seedbeds, because we use the updated technology introduced by the Department of Agriculture, the raised bed seedbed method. So the preparation of seedbeds is necessary to prevent the newly planted seeds from being washed away by heavy rains and for ease of spraying and weeding. So the raised bed should be 1 meter wide and 30 centimeters high. Sa planting naman, so we have to select fully matured and well-developed bulbs of medium to large globes as planting materials. Ang ating planting materials should be free from diseases and mechanical damage. And a hectare of land requires 400 to 700 kilograms of seeds depending on the size of the bulb and the distance of planting. Next po. In the seed preparation, garlic cloves used for planting should be separated in the afternoon on the day before planting, or it may be prepared. The garlic cloves can be prepared 1 week before planting. Separate the inner cloves from the outer cloves to allow even germination. and the cloves from the outer parts of the bulb are the best planting material. Outer cloves sprout and mature earlier than the inner cloves. Next po. So before we plant, we have to soak the cloves in biofertilizer or Vital N for 30 minutes. In 1 hectare of land, 4 to 5 packs at 100 grams per pack of Vital N are needed. There should be no heat applied in this process. Air dry the cloves before planting. Place the cloves in a shaded area and plant within the day. Next po. Next, please. In Ilocos Norte, direct seeding method is practiced, where cloves are directly planted in the plots by inserting 3/4 of the clove's length vertically into the soil about 2 to 3 centimeters deep, keeping the roots down. So in the growing of garlic, mulch is needed. Mulch can be applied before or after planting to maintain soil moisture and control the growth of weeds. Rice straws is commonly used as mulching material. 1 hectare of land requires 10 truckloads of rice straws or hay. Mulch should be evenly laid on the field with a thickness of 3 to 5 centimeters. Sa paggamit naman ng mga pataba, sa technology natin na ginamit natin, we use gibberellic acid. So, as basal application or before planting the garlic cloves, apply 100 bags of organic fertilizer. 20 bags of organic fertilizer, I should say. 20 bags times 50, that is 1,000 kilograms sana po yan, sorry. Complete fertilizer is also applied. And after that, side dressing with the gibberellic acid should be applied 25 to 30 days after planting. So we have to apply 6 to 7 bags of 2100 or the ammonium sulfate along the planting guide at 25 to 30 days after planting or during the early bulb formation. After fertilization, the field is irrigated. Next po. 1 hectare of garlic production requires 1 tablet of gibberellic acid. Ang gagawin po natin, we have to dissolve 1/4 tablet of GA3 in 16 liters of water in a sprayer tank and apply at 36 to 56 days after planting late in the afternoon. This can be used to spray a 2,500 meters square garlic farm using a low volume nozzle. Side dressing and gibberellic application. Bakit tayo gagamit ng gibberellic acid? Ito po kasi ang isa sa mga updated technology na inadapt natin from the Department of Agriculture. So the gibberellic acid is used to help or it is used for the bulb formation. So we have to supplement the gibberellic acid with foliar fertilizer. We have to apply vegetative foliar fertilizer a week before side dressing or during bulb formation. Also, during bulb development stage, reproductive foliar fertilizer is used. In the control of weed, we have to remove the weeds by hand pulling. If garlic is grown under the mulch, weeds appearing in the mulch should be removed using a narrow bladed hand trowel, or we can use a sickle or the scythe. Use herbicide only if it is needed. If herbicides are applied, use herbicides sparingly to reduce the harmful effects of herbicides. Next po. And pest management, our farmers use Dithane M45 against diseases such as purple blotch and leaf blight. They use Simbus and Perfect Scion to control insect pests. And they are to be sprayed sparingly or as the need arises. Dito na po tayo sa harvesting. We harvest garlic bulbs at 110 to 120 days after planting or when 75% of the leaves turn yellow and the neck or stem just above the bulb softens and touches the ground. Harvesting is done by uprooting the individual matured plants by hand. Next po. In drying, we have to gather and place the harvested garlic in the drying area. Spread the garlic in a span of 1 meter with a base composed of a layer of bamboo and let it dry under direct sunlight. Dry the harvested bulbs for 7 to 10 days by covering each layer of bulbs within the succeeding upper layer of bulbs to avoid sun scalding. Then handle the bulbs and hang under the shade until fully dried. Next po. In cleaning, ready for bundling. Remove the outermost bulb covering, peel the outer skin of the bulbs and trim the roots using a carved bladed shear. And before bundling, we have to sort or classify the garlic. Ito po ang classification nila. Reject, it's 3 centimeters or less, including big bulbs with size irregularities in globes. The considered small size are those that have a diameter of 3 to 3.3 centimeters. Ang medium naman natin ay 3.4 to 3.7 centimeters. Ang large is 3.8 to 4 centimeters. At ang extra large natin is greater than 4 centimeters. So for planting material, farmers practices the no root trimming for protection. Next po. Bundling. In bundling, we have to tie the garlic into bundles and retie it into 2 bundles per tie. To store the garlic bulbs should not be placed directly on the floor by using a bamboo slat or lumber. The garlic bulbs should be piled layer by layer and spread dried and crushed lagundi and cacahuate leaves in between and on top of the piled garlic bulbs when storing. Yan po ang cultural and management practices in growing garlic. Tingnan naman po natin ang cost and return analysis in garlic production. This is based on average costs and returns per hectare. So ito po siya. We use 400 kilograms of seeds at 150 pesos per kilo. So 60,000. Sa fertilizers, we spent 18,230 pesos. Mulching materials kasi po, dito sa mulching materials, we need 3,600 bundles. Waste size yung sa waste natin, waste size. At 10 pesos each. Kaya ang gagastusin natin sa mulching materials is 36,000. Ang bundling straw naman, 800. 2 rolls lang naman yun. Herbicide, 9,600. Labor. Ang labor, ito po ang pinakamalaki aside from that of the cost of seeds. It is 53,900. Fuel and oil, 3,420. Kasi dito sa Ilocos Norte, hindi na po tayo gumagamit ng mga irrigation water, yung mga nanggagaling sa kanal. Garlic farmers are using water pumps to irrigate their garlic. Then we have contingencies for the food, snacks, and others, 10,340.16. Then loan interest is 1,993.88. Ito po yun po ang cash costs natin. Non-cash costs, land rental, 20,000. Depreciation cost, 1,350. So, ang total non-cost is 21,350 pesos. Ang total cash cost natin is 197,784. Hindi po nakuha. Hindi yata nasulat dyan. Then, ang imputed cost sa labor natin is 4,460. Ito po ang supposed labor ng farmer himself with the different activities involved in growing or producing garlic. Next po. Ang total cost natin is 223,594 gross returns with a production of 4 tons per hectare, kaya at 68 pesos per kilo. So we have gross returns of 272,000. Ang gross returns natin above cash cost is 74,215.96. Ang gross returns natin above cash and non-cash cost is 52,865.96. So ang net returns natin is 48,405.96. Our net profit cost ratio is net profit minus the cost ratio is 65%. Ang return of investment sa isang ektaryang pagtatamnan ng bawang is 18%, meaning for every peso invested, may bumabalik sa farmer na 18 centavos. Ito po ay base sa farm gate price natin na 68 pesos. Pero ang cost per kilogram based on the computation is 59 pesos and 50 centavos. Next slide po. Next po. Ang support services naman ng ating gobyerno for garlic production and processing. As to financial support, ang ating kooperatiba ay nabigyan ng 1 million lang po yon. Trading capital of 1 million from the PRDP project fund. They also extended their technical and non-financial support. Through the PRDP, through the DA, conducted trainings on business planning, production, marketing, and entrepreneurship. And the Department of Agriculture, through the AMAD Region 1, also provide webinars on agribusiness investment opportunities and market linking activities. Other significant information. Gusto ko lang pong i-plug naman kung ano ang ating kooperatiba. Bacarasan Hair Irrigators Multipurpose Cooperative is a recipient of the PRDP IRIP funded by the World Bank, Loan of the Philippines, the Government of the Philippines through the Department of Agriculture, and the Provincial Government of Ilocos Norte for the project entitled Commercialization of the Ilocos Garlic, the Golden Treasure of the North Enterprise. The total investment of the enterprise is 23,171,960. 20% comes from the Government of the Philippines through the Department of Agriculture, 20% from the Provincial Government of Ilocos Norte, and 60% of the total investment for the enterprise is from the World Bank, Loan of the Philippines, and the rest is the equity of the cooperative, which is more or less 5 million pesos. The enterprise has 3 components. One is inputs support. We give the cooperative provides the seed planting materials and the fertilizers, herbicides, and other production inputs. As the production support naman, the program or the IRIP, PRDP IRIP provides the post-production and marketing supports like mechanization, like farm machineries and transportation facilities and marketing service. That's why PRDP or this project provides the cooperative with 1 million pesos trading capital. Next po. And gusto ko pang sabihin mga ka-agribiz na ang ating kooperatiba ay nag-undergo or ang main economic service namin or main economic activity namin is grains trading. Nagbebenta po kami ng bigas, nagbebenta po kami ng palay, nagbebenta po kami ng bawang na kasi we started the PRDP project this planting season which started last October, and we are now on the process of marketing our garlic, and soon we are going to have different lowland vegetables to supply to Kadiwa centers and to other interested businessmen or interested wholesalers. Thank you po. At marami pong salamat. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation, Ma'am Mency. Di ba, nakita po natin yung co-op nila, hindi lang po engage into garlic, meron din po silang mga ibang enterprises na enterprises na kanila pong income generating activity din po sa co-op. So, to further elaborate po the garlic industry situationer and the programs that the department offers for the industry, sasamahan po tayo ni Ma'am Maricar Bungaes. Ma'am Maricar is the alternate focal person and planning officer from the High Value Crops Development Program in DA Regional Field Office 1. Good morning po, Ma'am Maricar. And you have the floor po.
Good morning po. Okay. So, good morning sa ating lahat. Ipapakita ko lang po yung a brief picture po ng ating garlic industry ng Pilipinas Region 1 at kung ano-ano po yung mga programs na ini-implement ng Department of Agriculture, particularly the High Value Crops Development Program. Next po. So, the state of the Philippine garlic industry. So, makikita po natin na from 2009 to 2019, malaki po yung naging pagbaba ng ating production ng garlic from 10,000. Wala yung presentation. From 10,451 kilograms, naging 7,256 kilograms na lang, ay metric tons na lang po ang ating production ng garlic. So, ang nakikita po natin na naging sanhi ng pagbaba ng ating production ay bumaba yung ating area, which may be attributed to craft shifting. Marami po yung mga garlic farmers dati na nagtanim na ng ibang mga commodity kagaya ng vegetables, corn, and maaring yung iba ay nagkaroon ng land conversion dahil marami na po tayong mga agricultural lands na na-convert into commercial lands or residential lots. At another cause ay yung naging pagbaba ng ating yield per hectare. Next po. So for the top producing regions, In terms of production, volume of production, makikita po natin Region 1 has the biggest share to national production, which is 65.81%, followed by Mimaropa, which is 22.17%, Cagayan Valley region with 7%, Central Luzon with 2.95%, Western Visayas with 1.03%, and Calabarzon. So in terms of area, the share of Region 1 is 77.51% to national production, followed by Mimaropa, Cagayan Valley, Central Luzon, Western Visayas, Calabarzon, Eastern Visayas, and the Cordillera Administrative Region. Next po. So ito po yung current situation natin for the garlic. So ang atin pong per capita consumption is 1.26 kilogram and ang ating supply ay nasa 7,256 metric tons only and the demand is 130,158 metric tons for the whole Philippines. So ang sufficiency level lang natin for garlic is only 6% for the whole country. But for Region 1, dahil kami po yung pinakamalaking production, ang sufficiency level po namin ay nasa 126%. Pero kung sa buong Pilipinas na, 6% lang yung ating sufficiency level. Kaya ang garlic natin ay nakadepende sa importation. Next po. So, ito po ang garlic industry situation of Region 1. So, Ilocos region has the biggest share, which is 66% to the national production, and Ilocos Norte is the number one producer, contributing to 62%. For 2019, Region 1 produced a total of 4,122.57 metric tons for the year 2019 with an area of 1,968.89 hectares. Next. When it comes to our volume of production area and yield from 2015 to 2019, so makikita po natin na meron talagang pagbaba ng ating production sa area, sa volume at saka sa yield. So kagaya po ng sinabi ko kanina, ang naging sanhi ay yung pag-shift sa other crops, land conversion, and decrease in yield. So mayroon mga pagkakataon na bumababa yung yield natin dahil sanhi po ng mga diseases na umaatake sa ating garlic. Next po. So ito po yung programs and action plan of the high value crops and of the whole Department of Agriculture. Next. For the sufficiency programs, we have production support. So ito po yung isang programa natin, yung expansion of production areas, na kung saan nagbibigay po tayo dito ng planting materials to our garlic farmers na gustong magtanim ng garlic and mag-expand ng kanilang area. Nagbibigay din po tayo ng fertilizers and production-related machinery such as multi-cultivator, pump and engine sets. Next. So, another program is capacity building, kung saan nagkakaroon po tayo ng training of trainers for garlic farmer leaders, package of technology training of farmers, and training of new garlic farmers. Next po. Next po, ma'am. Wala. Ma'am, next slide.
Well, we have difficulties po doon sa pag-weigh ng presentation ni Ma'am Maricar. Sorry, Ma'am Maricar, naghang po yung inyong presentation. I-open lang po namin dito sa kabilang side ng aming laptop. So, ayun nga po, doon sa support
Kaya pala nawala.
ni Ma'am Maricar, kasama po doon yung capacity building na sinasabi niya pong ino-offer ng high value po for garlic. So, let me, lang po, kung nag-play ba dito yung kanyang presentation na 2 slides na lang naman po. Ten. Ay. Yan po. Can you see the screen na po?
Yes, ma'am.
Sige po, let's carry on po, Ma'am Maricar. Thank you.
So, ulitin ko, next slide na. Yung next na po. So, under capacity building and institutional development, bakala na naman. We have the tissue culture laboratory and indexing laboratories. So, for Region 1, we already have tissue culture laboratory in one of our DA stations in PREC, Santa Barbara, Pangasinan, and indexing laboratory also in PREC DA station. So, yun po yung ating mga programs sa production-related research. Meron po tayong off-season production, adaptability trial of NSIC approved varieties and newly introduced varieties. Bulbil production, meron po tayong funded ng DAHBCDP sa DMMSU, sa Don Mariano Marcos State University in Bacnotan, La Union, and virus identification and pest management. So yung virus identification, yun po yung kinakandak sa natin indexing laboratory sa ating DA stations sa Santa Barbara, Pangasinan. So, yun po yung ating brief summary ng ating garlic industry ng buong Pilipinas at mga programs and projects implemented by the Department of Agriculture to support the garlic industry. Thank you po.
Yan. Thank you so much po, Ma'am Maricar, for the additional information. So, mga ka-Agribiz, let's move on po sa ating live question and answer. But before that, we are lucky that we are joined by Ma'am Helen Castañeda, the Chief of Agribusiness and Marketing Assistance Division in DARFO1. Ma'am Helen, good morning po. Please unmute po your mic, Ma'am Helen. Yes po. Please unmute po your mic. We can't hear you po. Nakamute po kayo, Ma'am Helen. I'm so sorry. Please.
Okay.
Ayan. Good morning po, Ma'am Helen.
Good morning.
Yes
Good
po.
morning po sa lahat ng ating mga viewers.
Yes po.
This morning po, kinagagalak ko pong sabihin na yung technology na ginamit ng Bacarasan Hera ay developed by the Department of Agriculture, which has undergone adaptability trials, verification trials, and then piloting and commercialization bago napunta po sa kanila. So, yun po yung technology na binenta ng AMAD sa kanila. So, yun po ang nagamit sa kanilang IRIP project. Also, the Bacarasan Hera is a recipient of Rice Processing Center 2. So, may RPC2 sila. So, meron din silang rice trading. So, sabi niya kanina, sila yung magsusupply sa mga Kadiwa centers dahil recipient din po sila ng expanded Kadiwa ni Ani at Kita financial grant. So sila po talaga yung kasama natin na magdi-deliver ng mga products from Ilocos Norte to any point of the Philippines. So kasi ready na rin po sila. And then, recipient din po sila ng IRIP SLP, which is corn livestock. So, meron din silang inaalagaang baboy aside from growing corn. So, kanina sinabi niya, corn trading. So,
Opo.
yun din po yung isang business nila. And lately, meron na rin po silang processing.
Yes.
So, magpa-process na rin sila ng mga pork products, kasama ang longganisa, tocino, and the rest. So, yun po, sila yung kasama natin ngayon doon sa pag sila yung bibili ng mga garlic products ng ating mga growers sa Ilocos, and sila na rin yung ililink namin sa market para may consolidator na tayo na co-op sa region na sila na mismo para maiwasan na natin yung trader na nagsasamantala sa kanilang presyo. Sa ngayon, nagsasamantala na yung mga inchik. So, pero dahil nailink natin sa market yung
Opo.
ating mga growers, so medyo na-control this time.
Yes po.
And hopefully, sila na yung magsusolve sa problema natin sa market sa Ilocos ng
Opo.
garlic. So, yun yung masasabi ko tungkol sa association na recipient natin ng IRIP Soup Project. Good morning po.
Yes, good morning po, Ma'am Helen. Thank you for that information po kung ano-ano yung mga natanggap po ng Bakara through our programs po across DA banner programs and also dito po sa AMAD. Ma'am Helen, from before we call on the screen po, Ma'am Mency and Ma'am Maricar for the live question and answer, briefly po, can you share us ano po yung mga marketing initiatives na ini-implement ng AMAD po dyan sa Region 1 in terms po to garlic and or yung general po na binibigay po nating marketing assistance dyan po sa AMAD 1. Thank you po.
Ang ating garlic growers ay nilink namin, market link namin sa ating institutional buyers. So, yun yung ginawa natin, at dahil nabigyan sila ng consolidation area, sila na rin yung magko-consolidate ng mga garlic products ng Ilocos to be linked nilink na natin sila. Actually, ang big buyer nila ngayon ay si Bieba na nagbabalik-balikan na sa Ilocos, and mas mahal yung kuha niya kaysa mga traditional traders sa Ilocos.
So it's really a good thing po yung ating kadiwa na ginagawa ngayon because we're cutting po our middlemen para po mag-benefit lalo yung ating mga growers na siyang mismong nagpo-produce po on the ground. So thank you for that. Ma'am Helen, may we call on the screen po, Ma'am Mency and Ma'am Maricar. Good morning po.
Good morning, Ma'am Shaira.
Yes, good morning po, Ma'am Maricar. Ma'am Mency, sorry, Ma'am Maricar. Yes po. Yan, we can see you po na. So, Ma'am Helen, we have seen po in your in the website of Sharka, meron po kayong parang study na na-publish doon regarding technology and investment profile of improved native garlic. Ma'am Helen, pwede po mag-share kayo sa amin ng parang brief na summary lang naman po ng publication na iyon po.
Actually, yun ay sa production na gumamit kami ng gibberellic acid, which has improved our yield by 40 to 60% increase. So, yun yung isa. And then, meron din po kaming processing. Meron kaming garlic flakes, pickles, garlic chips, and mga products na nalagyan ng garlic powder. May garlic powder din kami. So, yung mga products na pre-process namin, actually, ang garlic powder ay noong nag-i-import tayo ng garlic powder ay gawa sa processing center na pinunduhan ng Bureau of Agricultural Research sa research station natin sa Batak, Ilocos Norte. So, through the help of Vieva Philippines. Actually, sila yung kasama ko na nag-process noon kasi may
Opo.
Farmers Association na nakalink sa kanila na
Mm-mm.
kasama ko sa pagpa-process. So, yun yung in-export nila from the Philippines. Yun yung naka-record na exported from the Philippines na garlic
Mm-mm.
powder nung way back 19, nung time na murang-mura ang garlic.
Garlic.
So, late 2000. So, mga
Opo.
2015 14, 15, mga ganun. So, yun po. Pero sa ngayon, nung umalis ako doon,
Opo.
kasi nga nasa marketing na ako,
Opo.
hindi na nag-function yung laboratory.
No, okay. So, parang sayang din po. Sana nakapag-export po tayo for that. So, let's dive in po sa ating live question and answer from our live viewers across Facebook and YouTube. Good morning once again, Ma'am Mency. Good morning, Ma'am Maricar. Should you have responses po sa ating mga questions, feel free po to add po sa ating tanong. Our first question is from Annette Capanas. Ma'am, is garlic daw po applicable for Region 8? Saan po pwede mag-inquire sa region po?
Okay? I will answer it.
Ay, sige po, Ma'am Helen. Thank you.
Ang garlic po ay nag-grow po siya doon sa
Nangalakat ko mo, ano, kuya ka.
well-drained soil. So,
Apo.
kailangan hindi siya maulan. Kung
Apo.
maulan, nagrarat yung garlic. So, at least magiging expanded. And kailangan din niya ng windy season doon sa bulb formation niya. Dapat mahangin. Sa amin kasi may hangin-amihan during bulb formation. So, yun yung isang nakakatulong sa ating garlic production.
Opo. So, sige po. Sige po, noted po dyan, Ma'am Helen po. Ma'am Annette, for the, kung saan pwede pong mag-inquire dyan sa Region 8, ang ating po Regional Field Office dyan sa Eastern Visayas is located in Palo, Leyte. Pwede po kayong dumulog sa ating tanggapan dyan. We have the Ahmad office there. We have the High Valley office also there. So, you can proceed po. Do you have anything to add po, Ma'am Mency, Ma'am Maricar?
Wala na po ako may dadagdag, ma'am.
Sige po, hearing none. Adding lang po kasi as we all know, Region 8 is yung usual path ng ating pong mga bagyo and tropical depression dito sa Pinas. Maybe hindi siya masyadong advisable doon kasi nga, as mentioned ni Ma'am Helen kanina, para po siya sa well-drained na soil. So, if I'm not mistaken din also, Eastern Visayas po have type 4 na climate. So, medyo maulan dyan po whole year round. So maybe hindi masyadong maganda for garlic. Pero kung well-drained naman yung mga soils natin na hindi naman siya nag-stay doon ang water, pwede po yan, Ma'am Annette. So moving on po to our next question from Lochi Batsi. What is the suitable period in planting garlic po? Siguro po yung tinatanong niya yung anong month or season ng taon po tayo maganda magtanim ng garlic po. Sige po.
Okay.
Ma'am Mency? Ay, Ma'am Helen? Sige po.
Garlic grows best. Ang planting namin ay this October 15 for early planting and dapat late na yung December 15. So, ang pinakamaganda po is actually November 15 hanggang November 15. Yun sana ang cut-off date.
Apo. Ganyan din po ba sa inyo, Ma'am Mency, dyan sa co-op niyo po?
As per experience, ma'am, doon sa mga rain-fed areas namin, yung mga recipients natin sa rain-fed areas ay nagtanim po hanggang December 15 po. At maganda naman yung mga tanim nila ngayon. Actually, malalaki po ang mga bawang nila, mga produce nila. So, nakita na po ang mga taga-PRDP staff ang production ng mga recipients natin kasi karamihan sa mga recipients natin ay nagtatanim sa rain-fed areas. Doon po sa talagang rain-fed areas ng Bacara. Yun lang. Salamat.
Okay, thank you po. Follow-up question for that, no, Ma'am Helen? Kasi parang nabanggit niyo po na parang October to December 15 yung best. One cropping season lang po ba siya sa isang taon? Or pwede po siyang
Yes.
twice?
One
One
season
cropping.
lang siya kasi ang garlic ay photoperiod sensitive. Pag
Opo.
mainit na ang panahon, hindi na siya lumalaki.
So dapat sa mga panahon na medyo maulan lang talaga siya.
Malamig.
Malamig, sorry, malamig. Siya pwede. Diyan sa inyo sa Region 1. Sige po. Thank you po. Moving on to our next question. May tanong tayo from Sir Ismael Sorio. How could we request webinar for OFW groups? Yung siguro po para din po sa mga gustong mag-inquire na may mga associations and all na gustong magpa-webinar. Pwede po kayang dumulog dyan sa inyo man sa Region 1 for them as a group po. Hindi po naka-webinar or naka one-on-one po. Thank you po. Ma'am Maricar, do you provide po training? Ay. Yan, nawala po si Ma'am Maricar. Ma'am Helen, may trainings po ba kayong binibigay or webinar for a specific group po or OFW or anong group man po yun?
Pwede kung may magre-request.
Sige po. Yung request nyo lang po, Sir Ismael, ay idaan nyo po sa ating regional office, kung saan man po kayo naroroon. Kung nasa Region 1 po kayo, doon po natin i-address ang ating request. Kung nasa other areas po kayo ng Pilipinas, sa atin pong pinakamalapit na regional field offices. So let's move on po to our next question. From Sir Rimuel Akimbaka, regarding po sa declining yield, hindi po kaya isang factor yung variety kasi yung tinatanim ay mga native garlic. So this should be answered sana by Ma'am Maricar. Ma'am Maricar, can you hear us po? Ma'am Maricar?
Yield.
It seems
Yes
like medyo
po.
mahina yung internet ni Ma'am Maricar. Maricar, can you hear us po? And can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po. Yung question po siguro ay for you po kasi na-present niyo po kanina.
Yes, ma'am. Hindi siguro magiging factor yung variety kasi ever since naman po ay native garlic na yung itinatanim namin dito sa Region 1 and nagtry na po kami na nagtanim noon nung imported pero mas mahaba kasi yung duration niya kaya mas hindi siya applicable dito sa amin.
Ma'am, can I answer?
Hello?
Yes po. You may add, Ma'am Mency.
Yes, ma'am. Dito kasi sa yield, ang ibig sabihin yung na-produce sa isang area, di po ba yung sa yield? I think, as per experience, native garlic ay hindi factor sa declining yield. It is the climate change that is one of the factors that lead to the decline of the yield. Pero kung ang production ang pag-uusapan, bakit bumaba ang production volume natin dito sa Pilipinas? It is because ang ating mga farmers ay medyo na-discourage noon sa kababa ng presyo ng ating bawang because of the imported garlic na pumasok sa ating bansa. Yun po ang sa palagay ko, baka ang ibig niyang sabihin ay production volume, pero sa declining yield talagang may factor po ang climate, hindi po yung variety o ang pagka-native ng ating garlic. Kasi as of today, native garlic pa rin ang ating itinatanim. Yun po, ma'am.
Sige po. Noted on that, Ma'am Mency. Ma'am Helen, do you have something to add po?
Hello, sir.
Yes, actually, ang garlic kasi ay hindi lumalaki pag yung panahon ay mahamog, tapos walang hanging anihan, yun yung time na bumababa yung yield ng garlic dito sa Ilocos.
Sige po. Noted on that, Ma'am Helen. Thank you, Ma'am Helen, Ma'am Maricar, and Ma'am Mency. Moving on po to our next question from Mertrudes Saren. Ano po bang klase ng lupa ang maganda para sa bawang? Dito kasi sa amin, kahit gaano namin inaalagaan at inaabunuhan, di maganda ang tubo. Sige po.
Actually po, maganda po ang garlic pag loam soil.
Loam soil.
Sandy
Opo.
loam soil.
Sandy loam soil. So medyo loose po siya. Hindi
Oo,
yung...
loose siya. Hindi siya compact. Kasi pag clay, yun yung hindi malaki yung ating garlic.
Okay po. Noted on that, Ma'am Helen. Sana nasagot po yung tanong nyo, Sir Mertrudes. Moving on po to our next question. From Joselito Salmo. Ang ganda mapakinggan ng sinabi ni Ma'am Helen tungkol sa marketing assistance. Naiiwasan ang traders para sa mas higit na kita ng mga garlic producer. Salamat po sa lahat-lahat. Hindi po pala tanong yon, parang side comment lang po ng ating viewer, Sir Joselito. Yeah, it's a good thing po kasi na we try to cut our middlemen talaga kasi medyo ang atin pong mga producers ang nahihirapan for that. And that's our parang main purpose po why we have the Kadiwa po para po sa ating mga producers. Moving on po from Jens Mural, garlic grows favorably in areas with type 1 climate like Ilocos region. Ano pong variety ng garlic ang suitable sa mga type 2, 3, and 4 climate na provinces? So, good question po. Do we have a variety for that, ma'am?
Actually, ang garlic po ay talagang type 1 climate lang po maganda. Based doon sa mga literatures, talagang type 1 climate. Kaya nga, mas malaki yung area namin sa Ilocos planted into garlic. Kung type 2, medyo maulan, pero actually, ayaw niya kasi talaga ng ulan.
So, parang it is talaga siya hindi talaga siya best suited sa ibang type ng climate. Mama Ricard, do you have something to add po? Mamenti?
Wala po, ma'am.
Sige po. Mama Ricard?
Wala na po, ma'am. Wala na po, ma'am.
Sige po, hearing none, let's proceed to the next question from our YouTube viewer, from J. Wardson Vivar. Ano po minimum requirement plot size for garlic to make it profitable? Thank you po. Mama Ricard, meron po kayong answer for that? Sorry, medyo napuputol-putol daw po from Mama Ricard's side. So, Ma'am Nancy, Ma'am Helen, ano daw po yung pinaka-minimum plot size requirement para po tayo maging profitable sa ating garlic venture po?
Actually, ang ginamit namin is 1 meter para magpang-abot yung magtatanim at yung mga activities ay dadaan lang siya sa canal side para hindi aapak-apakan yung lupa. Kasi pag nako-compact yung lupa, yun yung nag-i-started yung growth ng ating garlic. So, actually, sa Ilocos, karamihan, ang ginagamit ay walang plat. Pero yun lang yung innovation ng technology namin na ginamit namin para ma-increase yung yield. So actually, yung ginagamit nila is 1 meter yung width.
Okay po, noted po on that, Ma'am Helen.
In between canals, in between plots is yung dadaanan lang para ma-maximize yung area.
Opo, sige po. Ay nga po pala, pwede po tayong mag-request na magtanggal pala ng mask, ma'am, para mas naririnig po tayo habang nagsasalita. Ma'am Ricard? Sige po. Ma'am Ricard, pwede po tayong magtanggal ng mask natin para mas naririnig po tayo. Thank you po. So, moving on po to our next question. From Sir Joselito Salmo, ano po bang mabuting variety ng bawang? Saan po nakakabili o meron po bang ibinibigay ang DA para sa Farmers Association po dito sa Rizal? So, Mama Ricard, can you hear us po? Ano daw po yung the best na variety ng bawang?
So, dito po sa amin, dito sa Region 1, ang ibinibigay po namin ay yung Ilocos White. And pagdating po sa Rizal, siguro po maki-coordinate na lang po sila sa DAHB-CDP kung meron silang mga distribution din ng planting materials.
Dito po sa area sa region for A po yan.
For A.
Region 4A, opo. Okay po. Sige po, Sir Joselito. Ma'am Mency, kayo po, may ano po ang the best na variety daw po?
Ang ginamit namin, ma'am, is Ilocos White kasi ito po ang nakita namin na pinakamagandang variety dito sa Ilocos Norte. Kaya Ilocos White po. At ang ginawa namin sa patanim namin ng bawang sa aming mga farmers ay pinatest namin for the 3 kinds of virus attacking our plants. Negative naman po. Negative virus. Kaya napakaganda po itong Ilocos White. May mga farmers naman na nagtatanim ng tanbolters pero mas mahaba kasi ang nila. Ang ano ba 'yun? Yung time na pag-harvest sa tanbolters.
Matagal yung kanyang production span. Ma'am Helen, do you have something to add po?
Tama yung sabi ni Ma'am Elsie, kasi yung mga varieties natin ay infected with virus. So, kung infected siya ng virus, syempre, nare-lessen yung yield. Kaya mas mababa yung yield. Pero, meron tayong registered na 7 varieties ng garlic. Actually, ito ay under adaptability trial, sabi kanina ni Maricar. Kasi, it's only in 2006 na na-register yung ating mga garlic varieties. So, ngayon, nasa multiplication and adaptability trials pa lang yung mga variety. Although, ang Ilocos White ay yun na yung existing variety ng Ilocos na yun yung talagang ginagamit ng ating mga farmers.
Okay po. Salamat po dyan, Ma'am Helen. Proceed tayo sa next question from Goyang. May pagkakahawig po ba ang pagtatanim ng garlic daw po sa sibuyas? Yes po. Ma'am Mency, do you have something to say po?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, they are of the same management practice, kaya lang mas mahaba ang garlic. Sibuyas, yung bulb onion. Ang sinasabi ko kasi, ma'am, yung shallot. Kasi mas maikli po ang harvesting season ng sibuyas, pero parehas din ang pagtanim ng garlic at sibuyas po, ma'am.
Okay po. Ma'am Helen, do you have something to say?
Yung sinabi ni Ma'am Mency ay bulb din kasi yung itatanim doon sa shallot. Ang sibuyas ay seedling siya. So, pero pwede rin siyang direct planting. Pero yung cultural management practices is almost the same.
Oh, okay. Noted po on that. So, parang magkakasama din sila mga spices. Tapos medyo similar din po pala. Do you have something to add, Ma'am Maricar? Can you hear us po? Sige. Wala po yata muna. So, let's proceed po sa ating next question from our live viewer. From Jezreel Antekea. Good morning po. Possible po ba na makapag-yield ng magandang quality ng garlic kahit po organic fertilizers lang ang gagamitin? So, Ma'am Maricar, do you have something to respond po for that? It seems like napuputol pa din po si Ma'am Maricar. Ma'am Mency, Ma'am Helen?
Okay. Kailangan kasi yung lupa is high in organic matter. So, kung ngayon lang siya mag-apply ng organic, syempre, hindi maganda yung effect. Pero kung high na yung organic matter ng soil niya, is possible na makapag-yield din siya ng mataas pa rin.
Sige po, noted. Kaya Ma'am Helen, Ma'am Mency, do you have something to say po?
Yes, ma'am. Katulad ng sinabi ni Ma'am Helen kanina, pag virgin pa yung pagtatamnan ng virgin, ibig sabihin, wala pang naitatanim, yung bagong bukas na lupa na pagtatamnan, ay sigurado po na maganda ang quality ng garlic kahit organic fertilizers o kahit wala pang nilalagay na organic fertilizer, basta po virgin yung pagtatamnan ng bawang, maganda po ang magiging quality ng garlic. Kasi na-experience na po namin yan, ma'am.
Opo, okay po. Sige po, noted on that. Down to our last question in the interest of time po, no? We have last question from Rimuel Akimbaka. Pwede po ba daw yung, kasi parang na-mention kanina na yung ginagamit natin na hindi plastic for mulching. Pero pwede po din pa daw yung plastic mulch tsaka at drip irrigation sa bawang din po. Na-mention?
As to our experience, parang wala pang nakapractice yan, ma'am, ng plastic mulch dito for bawang at saka sa drip irrigation. Kaya siguro, i-research pa siguro o itra-try muna yung plastic mulching. Ewan ko lang kung mayroon ng technology niyan, Ma'am Helen.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, may trial kami noon sa mulching materials. Ginamit din yung plastic mulch, mainit masyado, hindi siya maganda.
Okay po.
With our temperature sa Ilocos, hindi siya po pwede. Not unless na malamig yung area na pagtataniman.
How about yung drip irrigation, ma'am? Pwede po kaya yon or medyo costly lang po?
Pwede. Kaya lang,
Pwede siya.
gaya nga, ang gusto kasi ng garlic is moist. Yung pag moist siya, hindi siya basa. Hindi rin siya tuyo. So, moist lang. As long as makontrol yung moisture na dapat
po. Okay po, noted on that. That's our last question from our live viewers po. For those, lahat ng ating mga questions from our Facebook and YouTube, we will consolidate the same po and send to our speakers, yung itong panelists today, para po masagutan nila. Tapos ipopost po ulit namin yan sa ating Kadiwa Agribiz webinar. So, any na lang po, concluding statements from our panelists po for those ating mga ka-agribiz na gusto pong mag-venture into garlic production and processing. Any tips po from us po, Ma'am Mency? Let's start with you po.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. To conclude this webinar, I would like to convince you, my dear ka-agribiz, na palaguin natin. Ibalik natin ang bawang na maging white gold ulit. Ibalik natin ang mga land areas for garlic planting because with the assistance of the Department of Agriculture, with the development or the updated technology na ibinibigay nila sa atin, we can bring back the garlic as white gold. If not in Ilocos region, in the Philippines. And with the assistance of some other agencies like the Department of Trade and Industry, we can utilize at its optimum the small-sized garlic through processed food product development. Kasi maraming magiging processed products nito. May nakaranas na po dito sa Ilocos Norte, particularly in the municipality of San Nicolas, that they had an array of processed garlic before, like garlic polvoron, noodles, flakes, garlic Mickey, canton, and even the crunchy garlic chips mixed with malunggay. So to maximize the available raw materials and ingredients, we can. And truly, mga ka-agribiz, the Ilocos White Gold can regain its shine and luster kung tangkilikin lang natin ang sariling atin. Salamat po. And good day po, mga ka-agribiz.
Sige po. Thank you very much, Ma'am Hensi. Kayo po, Ma'am Helen, do you have something to say po?
Okay. Sana with the technology na ipamahagi na sa ating mga farmer, tangkilikin nila at sana gamitin nila yung technology na develop galing sa mga government agencies. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Okay po, maraming salamat, Ma'am Helen. So it's quite sad no na hindi natin nakasama ng maayos si Ma'am Maricar. Medyo hindi umaayon po sa atin ang kanilang internet connection. Pero thank you for your concluding statements, Ma'am Mency, Ma'am Helen. Sana po atin pong i-consider ang garlic production and processing for our agribusiness venture, since parang na-mention naman kanina na we import a lot toward garlic consumption from other countries. So sana po, dito sa Pinas mismo, we can make the production volume higher para po sa atin pong consumption mismo. So please consider po mga ka-Agribiz. So moving on po, for those viewers who are asking for requesting in the comment section po for the copy of the PowerPoint presentations presented earlier, such yung kay Ma'am Mency, tsaka po yung present ni Ma'am Maricar. We shall post the same po in a downloadable PDF file sa atin pong Kadiwa Agribiz webinar Facebook closed group. Mangyari lamang po na hindi po kayo member, send us a request for membership and then sumali na po kayo doon. So, isa na naman pong makabuluhang talakayan ng ating natunghayan mga ka-Agribiz. Let me take the opportunity to thank po the DA Regional Field Office 1, especially po yung ating AMAD at saka yung HVCDP, as well as Ma'am Mency po ng Bacarasan Hera Irrigators MPC for making this webinar possible. We coordinated with them po, and salamat po sa pagpapaunlak po sa aming invitation for this webinar featuring garlic. So before we end, our postponed Biyaheng Agribiz featuring the Crafter's Joy corn husk will air this Thursday po, June 3, 2021 as announced po last week. So, kasi nga po na-postpone nyo last week, we have another Biyaheng Agribiz episode on June 10, Thursday again, 10 a.m., featuring po the JB's Aqua Farm and Seafood Products, also from Region 1, in our collaboration po with Rafis, dyan po sa DARFO 1. Also, the next webinar schedule will be on June 15, Tuesday ulit yan, 10 a.m. Abangan po natin ang topic for that date. We shall post the promotional posters, including po doon sa poster natin ang ating registration next week. Abangan po natin yan sa ating DA Agribusiness Facebook page and sa atin pong Kadiwa Agribiz Webinar Closed Group. So, maraming salamat po ulit, Ma'am Maricar, Ma'am Mency, Ma'am Helen, sa pagpapaunlak po sa aming imbitasyon at sa pagbabahagi po sa amin ng inyong mga kaalaman patungkol sa garlic. Muli, ako po si Shaira Stephanie Granada at samahan ninyo po kami sa mga susunod na episode dito sa Kadiwa Agribiz Webinar, Talakayang Ani at Magandang Kita. God bless us all po.